Okay, compound, strength and conditioning and other people. Session 1, week 2, here we go. So, hope last week was all good. This week we are starting and we're going to pretty much follow the same progression as we did last week. Okay, so first day, session 1, I'm looking to hit the legs a little bit more, so we're going to hit a warm-up, a bit more of a strength circuit, then a bit of an accessory piece, and then we're going to go on to just some plyo stuff again. So first thing that we're going to do, 3 rounds to get nice and warm, 10 squats, and we're just going to go to just above parallel. Okay, so feet shoulder width apart. I want you to drop just above to parallel, but I don't want you to lock out at the top. So we're just kind of just trying to get the quads moving, basically. Okay, so that's the first thing that we're going to do. 10 reps of squats just to parallel and don't lock out. Then we're going to do 8 nice big step lunges each side, so 8 on each side, 16 total. So tuck that knee up and then big step forward, push the knee to the ground so we get that nice stretch, and then push back and pick the foot up when we're coming back. So again, nice big step forward, nice stretch, push way and come back up. Okay, so 8, 16 in total on that one. Then we're going to move on to 30 seconds just in the bottom of a squat hold. So however you want to get there. I'm lucky I've got a bit of an upright to go on, so from here I'm just going to sit in that bottom of the squat hold. I'm going to move around, just get myself a little bit more comfy in the bottom, just to get that squat really warmed up. Then I'm heading back to the top for 3 rounds of that warm-up, okay? So once I've done that 3 rounds of the warm-up, we're then going to go and hit something that we hit last week. So we're starting off with the Sissy squats, cyclist squats. So we're going to start off with our feet propped up. Again, if you want to put some weight in that front position, so we're going to up the reps slightly on this one. So the next piece is a superset for 15 minutes, so as many rounds as you can get in on that. 20 cyclist squats, and then 10 weighted step-ups on each side as well, okay? So our cyclist squats, remember, heel elevated, and then from there, we're going to go down, weight in that front rack, down from there, and then nice cyclist squats for 20 reps. And then also I want you, last week we put in that control, so let's make sure we put in that control as well. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So just to get that longer time under tension on that squat, okay? So once we've done 20 cyclist squats, we're then going into 10 weighted step-ups on each side as well. So I'll get my trusty step ladder out, try not to pull all the booze on the floor. So from there then, I'm going to take whatever weight that I've got, I'm going to have one foot up, and from there I'm going to go up on that one side, and I'm going to control back down, and I'm going to stay on that side. So I'm going to go 8 on one side, switch it over, weighted ideally, and then I believe it was 10, yeah, 20 cyclist squats and then 10 weighted step-ups, okay? So then hit 10 straight through. On the other side, I'd like to see the weight on the side that you're standing on, nice and controlled, especially the down and the last piece of down as well. So from there, we control, but then often we just kind of drop, okay? Let's control all the way down to the floor, find it, and then come back up again, okay? So 20 cyclist squats and then 10 weighted step-ups on each side, 15 minutes to get as many sets of that done as you can. Again, same as last week, the principle that I really want to see is nice and slow and controlled for that whole thing, okay? So after that 15-minute piece, that strength piece, we're then going to go into 3 sets of 10 controlled cossack squats on each side, and then we're going to do 8 sissy squats as well. So that 10 cossack squats, now this can be unweighted or it can be weighted if you feel really comfortable, but for me this is a bit more accessory work, working on a bit more range of motion, okay? So those feet are going to go nicely over shoulder width apart. If we want to weight, we're going to hold it in that goblet position. If we don't, we're just going to move under body weight, and from there we're just going to move back, let that heel come up, the toes come up off the other side, and then we come back up, okay? So if we're weighting, we're keeping that chest really high, and I want you to focus on keeping the chest high anyway, even if we've got no weight, if we're just working with our body weight, okay? That was a terrible example, the first one. So let that foot come up, chest stays up, nice big stretch, and then press back up, okay? So After we've done 10 controlled Cossack squats on each side, so I don't need a 3-second count, but I do need you to control the movement. It's not just straight through it. Then after that, we're going to do something called a Sissy squat. Now this is a little different. I don't think we've done many of these before, and what I'm aiming for you guys to do on this is it's a little bit about conditioning the bottom of our feet. So we're going to be up in this on the toes position, and then we're looking at keeping our hips and the upper leg in line, okay? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to try and do it here. So if I hold on to something, I'm then going to go up onto my toes, and then the point is I'm going to push my knees forward, so imagine there's a band behind your legs, pulling your legs to the wall, okay? So I'm going to go up onto my toes, hold on to something if you need to, knees are going to go forward, and my shoulders are going to go back, a bit like a drunken lean, for example. So from there, knees go forward, shoulders go back, hips come down, and I'm trying to keep my bum in line with my shoulders, and I squeeze on the quads, so you really feel it in here. Squeeze on the quads to come back up again, okay? So from there, see again, there, knees come forward, everything that we don't normally do in a squat. We're trying to keep those shins slightly more vertical, but we're talking about keeping this body in a line, okay? So from there,